This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The front page is brought to you by First Liberty Institute. Help First Liberty take a stand against court packing at supremecoup.com. We start on Capitol Hill, where Senate Democrats are poised to miss their Wednesday deadline to finish the $3.5 trillion social spending bill the party is working on, raising fresh doubts about the party's ability to get the bill to President Biden's desk. Congressional reporter Harris Alec reports Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer set the deadline to pressure lawmakers to use their August recess to draft the legislation. While talks took place over the recess, the Senate made only minor progress, as rifts emerge over the bill's size and how to divvy up their funding priorities. At the moment, the Democratic standoff results from a group of moderates, including West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin and Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema, who refused to back the bill's large price tag. Manchin has said repeatedly that he'll only support a bill within the $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion range. The impasse over the price tag, along with strong disagreement over how robust the climate and health care provisions will be, has hindered the Senate's progress in drafting the bill. On immigration, the surge of migrant children crossing the U.S. border illegally since the start of the year has begun to slow. Stephen Dinan reports over the last 5 days of public records, only about 1,700 unaccompanied juveniles from beyond Mexico and Canada were caught by Customs and Border Protection agents. That's the lowest figure since early June. The Department of Health and Human Services had just 13,273 unaccompanied juveniles in custody as of Monday. That's the lowest it's been since March, when the surge was just picking up. At one point, the department had more than 22,000 children in its shelters. In foreign affairs, Defense Intelligence Agency Chief Scott Berrier says China's large-scale buildup of nuclear forces is part of a strategy to emulate the nuclear forces of Russia. Bill Gertz reports Berrier said Chinese military forces are advancing on both the conventional and nuclear fronts. He made the comments at a conference along with 5 other senior intelligence leaders. They all said U.S. spy agencies are retooling to confront the challenge of communist China, while continuing to support efforts against Islamic extremism. The front page is brought to you by First Liberty Institute. This national nonprofit law firm is taking a stand against Democratic dreams of court packing. They've written a letter telling President Biden's Supreme Court Commission to reject this brazen scheme. And now, prominent leaders, plus more than 100,000 Americans like you, have joined their coalition. Franklin Graham, former Attorney General Ed Meese, Dr. James Dobson, plus organizations like the American Policy Association, Concerned Women for America, and the Heritage Foundation are all on board. Now it's up to you. Sign your name with these leaders by September 15th at supremecoup.com. That's supremecoup.com. First Liberty Institute. May God bless America. Staying with foreign affairs, American, Israeli, and Arab diplomats are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the signing of the Abraham Accords, the historic normalization agreements between Israel and several Arab powers. Guy Taylor reports Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is scheduled to join a virtual event later this week with his counterparts from Israel, the United Arab Emirates, Morocco, and Bahrain to mark the anniversary. Also, UN Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield told a celebratory event in New York on Monday that, clearly, we want to build on this model and replicate this success. White House officials emphasized the Biden administration strongly supports the normalization deals and is working to expand them. And finally, religion reporter Mark Kellner looks at a new Christian book from author Lee Strobel. The 69-year-old author's newest book is called The Case for Heaven. It makes the evangelical Christian case for an afterlife while citing those who have had near-death experiences. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and follow us for free on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Just search Washington Times. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.